See, we have grave suspicion about you.
No, my lord, I'm
See, all sorts of coaching centers are all behind it.
May I know your
When the people who are sitting in the exam are here before you, why should we have a trust?
page 60?
You have a better right than them.
Paragraph
Why should
You have a better right than them.
relax the standing doctrine of locus standi? It's normally not to be relaxed unless until it's an underprivileged. Someone from jail who doesn't have the means to approach this court. This has become an industry, the public interest litigation.
Page 16 at paragraph 5, if your lordship will kindly.
Page 16 at paragraph 5 of what?
By way, that's a judgment. The impugned order.
Page 16, paragraph 5.
By way of interlocutory application 2 of 25, the petitioner in the PIL sought permission to bring on record additional documents and video clips in pen drives. The necessary directions issued by the commission were also brought on record to suggest that none of the important advisories, such as like opening of question papers, etc. What has been brought on record are various messages. Some of the students charged that there was a leak of question papers around 1 p.m. in the day, which was circulated through mobile phones, and at one of the centers, answers to the question were being announced from outside on loudspeakers.
That center, it is only said one of the centers.
One of the centers.
One of the centers. Where is this center?
concern center where exam was cancelled.
Concern center where exam was
cancelled.
There, that is in there.
Very well. Where is application number 2 of 25? Where is application number 2 of 25? What is it reading there?
That is not ours.
Whoever it is, if you are referring to this is not your document, madam.
No.
Therefore, you can't rely on it.
Not 1 minute.
You can't rely on it. If you don't have application number 2 of 2020.
I was only looking to assist your lordship.
Right.
Your lordship asked
But
me
this is not
whether
the,
there was
this is not the way.
the High Court.
This is
So
not.
this is the answer to it, that there was a video clip which had been produced before the High Court. Now,
First comes whether it was there. Second comes the point of authenticity. How much can we rely on such a thing? And what is the statement that is made in the basic pleading? That is IA. What has he said anything about the particular center? One of the center. What is that? One of the center.
that we could produce that earlier
Madam,
also.
are
but
the-
the lordship-
Are the examinations held in a public garden that you can hear a loudspeaker? We have all been examinees. We normally sit in an examination center, which is normally in a school.
I'm so
We don't
sorry.
enter.
I'm so sorry, Vinod, but ground reality is completely something else.
So please show us then that center. Please show us that center is open. You can
center.
hear the loudspeaker.
We
Please
may
show us
not
that
be
name of
aware
that
of what
center.
is happening in one particular state.
Show us that.
We will not
Show us
cannot
that center.
import our own knowledge there.
Show us that name of that
But
center.
show us what is the pleading there.
Yes.
But we could show that, we could bring it on record.
No, you show us the IA.
Right now, all that I wanted to show was that actually your Lord's query fell as to whether these documents have been, video clips have been put in before the High
Please
Court.
understand.
We
You have to
did
show it to us. It can't be some MCDC. You have to show us the video clip. You have to show us the name of the center, where it was done, who was impacted.
Let's proceed.
Anything can be invented.
Let me get-
Madam, today in digital world, anything can be invented. You know that. Today you cannot believe what you are seeing, what you are hearing. We see that on a daily basis. See, you are not supposed to believe what you are hearing and what you are seeing.
I wish.
But that's a fact. Madam, please understand. That's a fact. It's a very serious matter.
Yes,
Even this application does not seem to have been allowed.
You please file it if you have it. You file it.
I will file it.
File it.
We'll bring it on record.
Bring it on record.
There's no doubt about it. Now, the one thing that I wanted to show, Milord, if your lordship will kindly see. Wait 1 minute. Milord, what was the core issue before, Milord, the High Court? If your lordship will kindly turn, Milord, to page 14. Or even 16, Milord, paragraph 4 onwards. Now, this is, Milord, in fact, which was the matter. And adverting to the unfairness in the holding of examination, the petitioner whose locus has seriously been challenged has pointed out that the commission had issued notification such and such, such and such. So this is what they say, Milord. Now, that is also their IA. There's no doubt about it, Milord. Where we are concerned, we have said, Milord, paragraph 7, our writ, In CWJC number
Madam,
3.
this is Papu Kumar's petition.
Yeah, 360.
Show us from your writ petition what are these. First, let us see your writ petition.
Writ petition. Page, volume, is in the IEM.
All the petitioners were asked to appear from the same center.
Not in the same center. They were in other centers. हम लोग भी-
Now, let us see the writ petition.
Where were we?
Let us see the writ.
We are from different centers.
You are from different centers.
14.
So let us see what were the pleadings.
Yes.
Whether you have identified in which center what happened.
In the IEM alert, if your Dr. will kindly see. Now
No,
what?
let us go to the writ petition. Why IA?
No,
First,
this IA, the writ petition.
let us see Papu Kumar's writ petition
The IA.
starting at 19. First, let us see there is any foundation or not.
Ah.
19.
Yes.
Paragraph page 19, it starts. Where are the allegations?
Yes. That it is stated. that-
Preliminary examination was conducted on 13, para 6.
6. 912 centers across the state of Bihar during the examination at such and such commotion ensued that the question papers had been leaked. Several candidates were not given the question papers. This was also a serious thing which the DM noted.
This is pertaining to Bapu. Now,
But several such other issues in the conduct of the examination. At the center, approximately 1,200 candidates were present, of which several candidates staged a walkout and such. So we are talking about some of the candidates from the center reached to the office of the commission with the question papers that were unsealed and indicating of the fact that the question papers had been already been
so
leaked.
these are all students or examinees who were assigned Bapu Pariksha Center.
This
right.
is about that. Yes.
Right. Now come to para 7.
Yes. Paragraph.
Paragraph 7 also Bapu.
Yes. Paragraph.
Several irregularities in the conduct of preliminary examination at Bapu.
Yes. After this,
Now, number 8.
that-
Now let us see. Not only confined to Bapu, but also impacted 28 different centers.
and
Very well. 28 centers. You give the names of 18 centers out of 28.
yes. A detailed
Now what happened there? Let us see.
yes, madam. In 1 minute, no proper checking 10 minutes before question paper was given and it was collected 8 minutes late. So there was no proper checking in Muzaffarpur. In Siwan Milad, in room number 112, question
Notice the last column. It has nothing to do with that Bapu or leaking. Some other,
Other centers.
other center and other some irregularity according to them.
Hmm.
No proper checking. Room number 112 question paper seal was
This is
broken.
our allegation.
Right.
It has nothing to do with Bapu getting leaked.
We're not concerned with Babu
Well,
the present.
Right. Madam, in Patna High Court, it's not an affidavit in support of the writ petition required.
Okay.
Where is the verification of pleadings? Huh.
That's not been.
How does this deponent know what happened in Muzaffar? We would like to see how has he verified.
These were official complaints given to Milad to the helpline.
We would like to know how has he come to know if he is sitting in Muzaffarpur Center. How does he know what has happened in Siwan Center?
That is because the other candidates said.
That has to be said in the Girat portion that I have derived knowledge from this. Whether that was done or not, let us see.
The mock papers,
Hmm.
through coaching center mock papers, in the impugned order itself. These are the papers they give their students while training them. 24 questions came identically from
From
coaching,
two centers we have seen.
from 2 centers. Can I show you that, please? This is very important. That comes in the impugned order. Go to page 13. And then I'll give you, Malod, the actual question papers and the actual answer.
Which item are you doing?
Page 13 of
So this is Papu Kumar.
this is Prashant Kumar.
49.
Prashant Kumar.
You want us to turn to your paper book or you're handing over some?
P5.
Are you turning to your paper book or you're referring to some initial paper book?
No, I'm referring, Malod, to the paper book. That is SLP 112. 45.
Item 45, Prashant Kumar.
Yes, Lord.
Page
First page 13.
13.
Internal para.
Yes. Page 13, internal paragraph 4. Now, look, these are the observations in the impugned order. Bottom of the page, my lord, page 13. Prior to the scheduled date of examination on 13/12,
Page 13.
yes, my lord, bottom, last 10 lines. Prior to the scheduled date. Lordship has that?
Yes, prior to
Yes.
the schedule.
Prior to the scheduled date of examination on so-and-so, the commission curiously had invited the private coaching centers of Patna for a meeting on Thursday. The allegation is that perhaps these coaching centers were asked for question banks, which charge gets substantiated because many questions in the booklets, that's the coaching center booklets, tallied with the model questions prepared. That is the model centers prepared by the coaching centers and circulated among. In fact, statistically speaking, 24 questions were taken out of Khan Global Studies straight away, and I'll show you those. And 22 questions were taken from Utkarsh. This is very significant. Out of 150 questions, if you have, this is about 30% of your answer paper. And the level of the standard, etc. Yes, Lord. Now see the packet I gave you.
Mr. Gonzalez,
Yes.
suppose we are holding a judicial service examination
Yes, Lord.
for basic posts.
Yes,
Let us take it for the post of peon.
yes.
And
Yes.
the question comes, who is the Chief Justice of India?
Yes, commonplace.
Huh?
I can't make the argument there.
Then
Yes, but now look at this. Lord. Look at the coaching center papers and look at what is.
But see, Mr. Gonzalez,
Just look at
in
this.
any competitive exam, that you say, you'll find a large number of books are published
Yes,
which have model question papers.
yes,
Right?
yes.
And if you sit in any exam, competitive exam, you'll find at least 30 to 40% of the question papers come from that big booklet of theirs. That booklet may have a few thousand questions. See, Khan papers may have circulated tens of questions paper, model question papers, not just one putting around in the market.
This was for this exam.
Anyway,
With your lordship's confidence,
not
Yeah.
just in a common exam, no, even for the lawyers exam, whatever we have for our district judges and all,
Yes.
many district judges write to the High Court saying, please allow us to publish a book which has all the model questions. Because
But we had
normally it's a
appointed-
set bank.
Yeah.
It's a set question bank. You can't invent a question.
Now, look at this.
But we had
Look at this.
we had appointed a committee of 12 experts to go into this. They found that out of 24, 2 questions were same, remaining questions were same. Because question will have to be from the curriculum, but in a different language. So if somebody says what is res judicata, the
So
question paper
verbatim is only 2. Verbatim only 2.
only.
Now, look at this.
Insignificant. How many questions were there? 100.
150.
150.
Out
Out of 150, if solicitor says only 2 questions, the questions were verbatim the same. What is the
Almost
percentage?
verbatim, I'll give you lordship 30 questions. Just see the page, my lord. Comma here, a little change here. Just look at the striking similarity. And if it satisfies your conscience, then you see. Now look at the,
Which page?
this is my lord, I've given you the.
No, page. Yes, we are looking at this. What?
Yes, no, the first, what page number is this?
There is no pagination. You have to go by the question number.
Yes, my lord, go to 112. 102.
102.
On the top left-hand side, 102.
102. Yes.
Yes, Lord. Now go to the right-hand side. That's the coaching class. Dr. Sri Harminder Sahib Gurdwara is located in which of the following districts? 1, 2, 3, 4. And the question is,
It's a very common question for people in Bihar.
sir,
Mr. Gonzalez,
if 30 questions, almost like.
you've been a product of Campus Law Center, Delhi.
No,
No. Well, let me tell you an interesting story. Outside the Campus Law Center, there used to be a person, an old man who used to sit with a trunk, and he would sell what we would popularly call as dukis. Right? No one would go to the class, everyone would go and buy a duki just 2 days before the exam. And that used to be something like this, right? And most of the students who have graduated as lawyers have studied from Dukis, right? And the strike rate was something like 90%. One day an examiner, a smart examiner said, I will come to know who's studying from the Dukis.
Yes, sir.
So he prepared a question paper where the answers in the Duki were wrong.
Yes, sir.
And everyone got it wrong. Can you believe it?
Yes.
So-
I'm not seeing
We
the-
had
This is
Parikjala. There was a booklet, 70-page booklet, Parikjala. For
Every
class,
campus center
LLB number, LLB first year.
In Canada also, we are now Bharat.
and while you were
Everyone
arguing,
used to
I
go
lie
by now,
and
Bharat.
heads nodding behind you.
Number three of the observations of the High Court here. Page
No, no, but
65.
Mr. Gonsalves, you have brought to our notice 112. Now just leave aside the language. You know,
Look at the left-hand side, one of the
Uh-huh.
questions.
you know, if this
Almost-
is a shrine in
almost
Bihar, if this is a shrine in Bihar,
Yes.
the question will of course come. If this examination is held in Bengal, and if the question is where is Kalighat Mandir, do you think that it is taken from the question bank of
But
the?
look at this, look at the one by one, almost identical questions coming straight from this.
Certainly the question bank is limited.
Almost identical. Now, my lord, go to page 65.
65.
Yes, see the observations of the court. Because the coaching centers were called.
Now that we have seen.
But no, this
That
part.
we have seen.
Only this part. Paragraph 90, page 65. Paragraph 90 to 93. It appears
We
that
do not know the reasons. It would have been desirable if the coaching classes were not involved, but having regard to
so the
whatever is
coaching
there.
classes are involved. Then
Yes.
papers become the
Yes,
papers.
Mr. Gopal.
Last one, last argument.
Yes.
Page J.
Page
J
J of the synopsis.
of the synopsis. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes. Whether normalization had to be done in the present instance. Go to just two lines on page A. Success percentage of the candidates.
Mr. Gonsalves,
Yes.
in an OMR, where is the question of normalization? Normalization
Yes, sir.
primarily is resorted to when there are subjective questions. And the one examinee's question answer booklet goes to a very strict examiner, the other goes to a very liberal examiner.
Yes,
So therefore, there is a wide disparity in
Yes.
marks. One getting 80, the other getting 40,
yes, sir.
right?
Yes,
Across the board.
Yes.
Whoever is going to Mr. B gets 40, in
yes,
the range of 40, 50, and they get 78.
yes, sir.
Then the question of normalization comes. But in an OMR, when there is a multiple objective test, and you have to only shade the. Where is the question of normalization?
Tell you, Lordship. Would you bear with me for 2 minutes? Look at item number 3. Success percentage is 19% in the second exam. This is the balancing. Normalization is the balancing of equities. Now look at this. 19.6% is the success rate. Got that, Lord?
Yes.
Now turn the page and look at the first exam. Right? Clause 7. Success percentage, 6%. How can it be that you have exams? I understand you have different questions.
Just clarify, it's a
But
re-exam versus the.
This is the re-exam.
Is that ground? We have to trust
What
the
we normalize,
Public Service Commission. It's a constitutional authority.
like this, my lord.
Ah,
One exam, 6% pass,
one,
and the second exam,
that is no ground.
300% go high.
That is no ground for.
6% as opposed to 19%. Normalization, no.
It could be that they got around 3 weeks more time to prepare
Also,
themselves.
That's the reason why you have to do normalization or provide
Oh,
for that.
normalization in an OMR. Show us one authority that OMR normalization is possible. Just look at Justice
No, no, no.
Ravindra's judgment.
We need to clarify.
Ah.
In that one center where they had the re-exam, a separate new paper.
Paper, yes, yes, yes.
Now that was also an OMR.
That
In
was
that
also an-
OMR, the pass percentage is double.
Therefore,
what it was.
you could only raise a plea that the questions were easier than the earlier one.
But that normalization should take.
We cannot is that.
No, but the people who
Because-
cheated and who created the ruckus, they are at a disadvantage now.
We don't know.
We are disadvantaged, but they are advantaged.
No one is advanced. Anyway, see, the problem today is, no, just examine from a different perspective.
Yeah.
Right. See, when today you sit in this court and you realize that the examinations are not concluding. You sit today, madam, today we have I think an item where 2014 examination is challenged of the UP police. Each and every examination is getting challenged. No examination is reaching its conclusion. No recruitment is taking place. Everyone is playing on insecurities of each other, trying to just throw a doubt in anyone's mind, saying one question is wrong, one question is right. Ma'am, please understand even the examiner standards is not very high. The examiner standards is not very high, unfortunately. And our system is not so foolproof. No examination is concluding today.
Look at the
Even it's
institution.
very unfortunate. It is very
What
unfortunate.
I am saying is that this is the system.
Very
of
unfortunate.
blood
Yes, you are
goes
right.
to the
It
institution.
is right.
Helping with that.
But madam, what is happening is we are playing on each other's insecurities, suspecting everyone of foul play.
Not really
No,
suspecting.
I'm
but
just saying, no,
It's be above board, Bilal.
they need to be, but please understand their calibers. Today, the problem in this country
Bilal, for
is,
being above board, I don't think any caliber.
no, caliber meaning
Why?
inefficiency is a little more than you suspect. Inefficiency is a little more than you suspect. See, you've had a lot of experience. You would understand. There's lot more inefficiency, lot more things than we.
Bilal, there is no willingness to do good work.
That is also
That is
right.
the problem.
You're spot on.
No matter which
Yes,
institution.
yes. Actually, no one is willing to lift the level of debate as we see. You're right. To that extent, you're right. You have a point.
Yes, Mr. Gopal, wind up.
It's three,
Your petition is?
it's number 50. It's Papu Kumar.
You're again Papu Kumar.
I'm Papu Kumar.
No, Papu Kumar is
Papu
madam.
Kumar was there.
43. I'm 43. I'm 50. 43. How much study cost?
Not in installments.
You're appearing the same matter or different matter? Or they could do Papu Kumar.
It's not coming well, Bilal. From born out from the facts or instructions.
Then I don't think it's appropriate for me to make argument.
Dismissed.
No, I don't think I should.
Grateful. Public.
Your examination matters, eh?